Songs have a way of making important points we can easily remember through their tunes, if not their words. We begin with a few bars of a popular song from 1979, played by our music director, Donnie Nolan. Billy Joel fans might recognize the tune. It's called Honesty. And here are some of the lyrics. If you look for truthfulness, you might just as well be blind. It always seems so hard to give. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard. These lyrics are meaningful for two reasons. First, we always need to be reminded of the well-known saying, honesty is the best policy. And we should have on the tip of our tongue words from the Book of Wisdom. A lying mouth slays the soul. Secondly, these lyrics apply to our gospel reading, telling us about the clever but the dishonest steward. The steward is a schemer. He knows he's in trouble and is about to lose his position. Preparing for when he's no longer in charge and when he's on his own, he tries to gain favor with those who own goods and money to the rich landlord by cutting deals with those who are in the landlord's debt. You owe 100 measures of olive oil? Pay for 50. You owe 100 measures of wheat? Pay for 80. This rich man who employs him discovered his steward's dishonesty, but at least some of the debts were repaid, so the master commended the dishonest steward for acting prudently. In other words, dishonesty was okay because it enabled the master to cut his losses. How many of us have been dishonest because we felt it was the best option? And by that I mean we've been dishonest because it helped us avoid a difficult decision or kept us out of trouble. Perhaps dishonesty enabled us to get an advantage over someone, putting our needs first. As in the first reading from Amos, how many of us have fixed our scales for cheating and trampled upon the needy, especially when money was on the line? Money. We need it to take care of our daily needs, food, clothing, our home. Our children, there are costly medical expenses. There's school, especially college. How can we forget these holes into which we pour so much money? However, preoccupation with the pursuit of money affects our behavior by tempting us to be dishonest and having us forget the point of today's gospel. We cannot serve God and mammon, money. When we try to do both, dishonesty creeps in, especially the worst kind. Dishonesty with ourselves, when we deceive ourselves, when we fool ourselves into thinking what's wrong is right. Self-deception is an enticing and serious trap into which we all can fall. It causes us to forget the essentials, even to forget God. We remember to deal with the important things, meeting those deadlines, attending those meetings, selling that real estate, getting that second or that third job. But we put off dealing with the essentials, such as nourishing the love between a husband and wife, attending a son's or daughter's baseball game or recital, helping a needy neighbor, making that difficult phone call to mend fences, or responding to Jesus and the love of God. We deceive ourselves into thinking that it all can wait until later. The priest and author Andrew Greeley, who died this past May, perhaps said it best, and here's a quote from one of his books. "We let the important things interfere with the essential. We are shrewd, clever, crafty, attentive, careful, persistent, determined, agile, even ruthless in pursuing the important goals of business and profession. But we're lazy, indifferent, and stupid at pursuing the essential goals of intimacy and love, both with our families and with God." He said, "Let's not have the following on our tombstones: he or she did the important, did that well, but found no time for the essential." The important point is that Father Greeley reminds us that when we are dishonest with ourselves, when we set the essential aside in favor of the important, we do ourselves a great injustice, and we do an injustice to God. Consider this true story. Some years ago, divers located a 400-year-old sunken ship off the coast of Ireland. Among the treasures they found on the ship was a man's wedding ring. When it was cleaned up, the divers noticed that the ring had an inscription on it. Etched in the wide band were two hands holding a heart. Under the heart were the words, "I have nothing more to give to you." Of all the treasures found on that sunken ship, none moved the divers more than that ring with its beautiful, heartfelt inscription. Whoever that man was, it appears he took care of the essential, and I suspect his wife did the same for him. Let's always try to put the essentials first. In that way, one, honesty will never be a lonely word and will always be heard. Two, God will be the only one we serve. And three, we will all be able to truthfully say, "God, we have nothing more to give to you.